Welcome to another edition of GotGame-Play on our YouTube channel, and normally we just go into gameplay, but I feel like Saints Row is more than gameplay, it is also story, so I want to give you guys a little taste of the story, and you'll see as we go, sadly, that this is probably the funniest scene and probably the best scene in the game.
Board will reveal the answer.
How?
Yeah, someone pushes the pointy thing to wherever they want.
Wait. Can we go back to you and your slumber parties?
No time. All right. Everyone put their hands on the cursor.
Cursor. I feel the magic already.
All right. Will the President/God Emperor for life ever choose a partner to reign alongside them?
No.
Ooh, someone's getting married.
Shut up, Matt.
Who will tame the president's wild heart?
What are you guys trying to spell?
I'm not moving it.
That's the spirit, Kinsey.
I'm serious.
I'm not moving it either.
Neither am I.
Jezebel? Who the fuck is...
Is that not normal?
Where'd you get the board?
I was going through Zignac's artifact collection and found it there.
Who did it belong to?
Alistair Crowley?
Christ. Guys, I think it's laughing at us.
Fuck this. I think you're a smart enough piece of wood to see where this is going. Now, you ready to cooperate? That's more like it.
You think we can trust it?
It's not like we got a lot of options.
So what's the plan? We mount up and go in after the boss?
No, I do. No sense in what's left of humanity walking right into a death trap. Someone's gotta live to tell the story.
That's a stupid plan, Johnny.
I'm leaving you in charge.
Hell of a plan, Johnny.
Are you serious?
I'm coming too.
Are you kidding me?
How do you plan to come back?
Yeah, I try not to sweat the details.
You need someone with you that does.
No.
It's my birthday.
Fine. Alright then. You know where my friend is?
True to its word, the spirit board opened up another portal and sent Johnny and Kinsey screaming into hell.
And that is how the game begins. And sadly, it's not the funniest part. Well, maybe it is. An argument could be made.
That was pretty funny, though.
It's pretty entertaining.
It was pretty good, but the problem is that it drops down really far after that.
Drops down all the way
To hell.
You just couldn't help yourself, could you?
No, of course not. Why? With the setup like that, you just lobbed it up there.
My fault. Okay, fine. My fault, and we move on. The problem is that this game is not really set up to be, just a set of cutscenes that go one after the other, which, tell a lot of jokes like what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about messing around in the open world, which in and of itself isn't terrible, but I don't know. That's not what I come to this type of game for. I come to it for the personality, for the humor, and that's what I feel like it's missing. And I don't know if I'm correct in calling it a bad game for that, because perhaps there is a person that sits there and plays this game and goes, well, I just want to shoot all the guns and make things blow up and do the races. That person could exist. Mm-hmm. So it's not really fair of me to say that the game isn't of a high quality because it doesn't have what I want in it. But it's, if you were like me and personality is what you're expecting from this game, it's not what you're going to get.
I don't mean to be impatient, but those two back-to-back load screens took a little more time than I'd like to get involved in any game.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Now we're happing.
That's a lot of light that just got shoved into him.
Now, sorry, Christine, I should mention that what I'm showing to you, since specifically this game is a lot about the gameplay, not really about the story, just doing gameplay this week kind of felt weird.
Yeah.
Right.
And I felt like I was going to sort of destroy a lot of the game by showing you the gameplay that you'd be coming to this game to play. Whereas normally we could just show you like a chunk of gameplay and it really wouldn't matter, just be one small slice. So I'm showing you the tutorial. So this is really not the very beginning of the game.
Can you explain where the wings came from? Like, what's the deal with the...
What's the deal with wings?
What's the deal with the wings?
So Dane there is formerly one of the people that you would have been fighting against, I think, in Saints Row 2.
Okay.
I believe he was the bad guy of Saints Row 2. And you kill him in that game. And since you came to hell, well, a lot of the people that you've killed in Saints Row, they're here in hell. And the funny thing is that, true to this guy's nature, a businessman willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead, he looks at your arrival not as, well, I should take my vengeance on these guys. He says, oh, this is an opportunity. And he gives you an ancient artifact, which just happens to be Lucifer's old halo. And not to get all theological on you guys.
Brian's about to get theological in here.
It's, fallen angel Lucifer sent to hell. He would have had, a halo at some point.
Right.
So since you actually were given that halo, you can actually have Lucifer's old angel wings.
That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
And that's exactly what gives you flight in this game. And I'll give him, credit that the flight is interesting because it's not just, hey, press this button and automatically you're soaring. You have to collect energy as you fly, or stamina in the game's parlance.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually have to do certain button presses in order to flap your wings and make yourself go forward. So it's not just, hey, I'm just going to hit this button and go. There's a bit of skill to it. So, I mean, that's why I say this game, in terms of actual gameplay, is actually put together very well. I mean, the ideas are thought out well. One issue may be that, and you'll see this in a second when we move out of this, because I just wanted to show you, flight, since flight is now one of the big parts of this game. You could float, you could jump really far in the last game, but you couldn't outright fly, which is weird because you could fly in previous games. In Saints Row 3, you just had a jet that you can get, which was one of my favorite parts of the game, was this jet that would just take off and land vertically, and you could just fly over the map, and then whenever you want to land, go back in vertical mode and land. They got rid of pretty much the necessity to have vehicles in Saints Row 4 because you could just be a super guy and flow around the city.
Oh, Bryan just died.
So now they gave you, here you go, super wings in this piece of DLC. It's hard to, I guess DLC is the right term. It is downloadable content. You don't necessarily have to have Saints Row 4 to play this. It happens right after Saints Row 4. But if you don't want to play Saints Row 4, just want to play this, you can buy by itself. You can buy it as a standalone product. As we move ahead to pretty much what I feel like is the most descriptive part of this game, we're going to go do a side activity. And this game is pretty much, hey, we have this meter you have to fill, and you can fill it by doing side activities and loyalty missions. Those weren't really the most exciting parts of Saints Row 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on my way to do one of those side missions. And as you can see, it's not Saints Row 4, but I have the ability to run really fast like I did in Saints Row 4. Flight's back again. And this is basically fraud. In Saints Row 4 and 3, and I think 2 as well, it was called insurance fraud. This is called torment fraud, where it's basically the exact same gameplay. It's just different, vehicle models. And instead of being like yourself, you become one of these ghouls, the damned, if you will. And you flinged the bodies of these damned individuals, around the map and run into stuff and cause destruction. And then you get more points.
I'm laughing at the running bum.
But you guys have played Saints Row before, right? Both of you?
Yeah.
Tell me this does not look familiar.
Yeah, pretty much. Except a little, well, I was never that naked in Saints Row, but...
Okay, the nakedness aside, Christine can't get past the nakedness. The nakedness
little
aside.
bum is funny.
I like his,
Look at his running.
His running is awesome. That's how I run.
But this
when
is,
you're not naked.
Well, I don't know. When I'm naked too.
This is insurance fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me this is not one of the gameplay elements that was in this game since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's races as well, which have been in the game for who knows how long. And like you did in Saints Row 4, where there's certain control points where you had to go in and take out a whole bunch of people and then take out the control points. Once again, that's in this game as well. You know, they changed the context of it. So that's what you're getting here. This is like the best way I can describe Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. It's the exact same gameplay that you're expecting. It's kind of a little short on story. It's just a different context.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh.
So we're just going to sit here and go, oh.
So what's with the years?
So insurance fraud would be an attempt to get money.
Okay, yeah, of course.
This is an attempt to get years off of your sentence.
Oh, okay.
So instead of trying to steal money, you're stealing years back.
Okay.
Now,
Is this the devil?
Yes, this is the devil and his daughter, Jezebel, who your player character, who you actually never played in this game. You played in Saints Row 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 as that character. He's stuck in the purple thing, waiting to be married to the daughter of Satan. But another of my problems is, at least with Saints Row 4 and even with this DLC, is that I feel like Saints Row 3 was really smart and came up with all sorts of funny situations.
Yeah, it totally did.
Saints Row 4 looked at what was really popular right there and just like said, hey, we're going to point at that and say that's funny without really coming up with its own context.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I can understand sometimes aping another form of entertainment can be funny, but it just did not come off as funny in Saints Row 4. And I feel like a lot of the humor of Saints Row 4 continues because they're just aping some of the most famous stuff that's happened in the last little while. Like, well, you guys remember Frozen?
Mm-hmm.
Never. I'm sick of perdition, so tired of tradition, but now my time has come to go break away, to live for today, to stand out beneath the sun. I know there has to be some way for me to be free, just living a life that's far from the strife and torturous pain.
She might as well be singing Under the Sea.
Yeah, or do you want to build a snowman?
Or
That was very Disney-fied.
Let It Go.
Yeah.
Exactly, very Disney-fied. It's, regurgitation without comment, which
That's
is
pretty funny though. It's clever. I like it.
I don't know. I
like it actually. I think it's very clever for the daughter of hell to be singing a Disney/Broadway style show tune.
Well, I don't really have much more to say. So, Christine, unless you have any other comments, I think we'll just go out on the show tune.
That sounds like the most Saints Row thing that we've said so far.
The depressing show tune.
Surrounded by guards, betrothed by my father, trapped inside this gilded cage.
It's not working, Kinsey.
You don't know that, Johnny.
Tearing this place apart, but Satan doesn't even seem to...
We didn't come this far to fail.
You think I'm giving up?
We have one less place to go.
What if it doesn't work?
The bus is counting on us.
You think I don't know? How do I burn down a city that's baptized in fire? How do I kill off an army that's dead? Time's slipping away now, and the best plan we've got is just put one inside Satan's head. If roles were reversed, God, I know they'd save me, but all my solutions involve murder sprees.
You have to stay the course and kill without remorse.
Yeah, that sounds fun, but what has that done? We're still where we stand.
The day isn't over yet. Our sun's not begun to set. No matter how small, the wings of a fly can create hurricanes. Johnny Gat. Hope. I feel hope. For the first time I've ever in my life. Gat is the name. cuts through my father like a knife. The seed of rebellion, it grows like a weed, and someone so violent is just what I need. There's no turning back now, the die has been cast. This sinner has found her saint, I'll be free at last. The people, the music, it waits up above. I know I'll be happy